Hello everyone, my name is Shawn Imamura, and this is a presentation for my Capstone project with the program on the environment. The project title is Green Gentrification, the Hidden Injustice of Greening Communities. To give a little bit of background on this research, green gentrification is when gentrification occurs with the creation of new green spaces or increasing accessibility to it. So say a new park is built in a neighborhood, or a park that's already there is improved and renovated. Anything like that can contribute to green gentrification. The addition of green spaces in neighborhoods increases property values, and this could lead to displacement of vulnerable populations within these communities. This displacement creates a disparity in the access to green space, and often people of lower socioeconomic standing tend to have less access to parks or green spaces. And often people that go through this displacement, their voices aren't heard, and there's very little data done on green gentrification. This project looks at two core questions. The first one being, is access to green space equal in the Seattle area? And secondly, what are the views of people affected by the addition of a green space in their neighborhood? To go into a little bit of my methods, in the winter of 2020, I was able to intern with the Green Seattle Partnership. And my internship was really participating in a restoration project in the Cheesty Green Space. But through this internship, I was able to research spatial analysis done on the city of Seattle to see if there is a disparity in the access to parks. And I was also able to conduct an online survey to residents in near the Cheesty Green Space about the Cheesty Green Space mountain bike trail proposal. Projects like the mountain bike trail in the Cheesty Green Space are projects that can contribute to green gentrification as it is an improvement to green space. So I thought it was a good case study for this project. To go into a little bit of the results, I was able to look at spatial analysis done of both the available parkland in Seattle and also the number of people or the percentage of people living under the poverty line in each neighborhood in Seattle. And through this spatial analysis, I was able to see that there's less park access in areas with more people living under the poverty line. And also, this means that areas with less parks can be potentially developed and add to green space or add green spaces or improving a park there. So this shows that one, it is consistent that people of lower socioeconomic standing tend to have less access to parks, and two, these are the areas that can be developed and can contribute to green gentrification. Moving on to the survey results, here are graphs of two of the questions I asked. The first one being, how familiar are you with the planned green or the planned mountain bike trail in the Cheesty Green Space? And the second one being, how supportive are you of the planned mountain bike trail? For both questions, feedback tend to be pretty positive, with most people answering that they are somewhat familiar or at least somewhat supportive of the mountain bike trail. And another thing to point out was 100% of the responses mentioned that green spaces and parks are very important to their neighborhoods. But the one thing that really stood out to me was only around half the respondents indicated that they believe the trail will have a positive impact on their property values. And to start going a little bit into the significance of this issue, I believe that there needs to be a higher awareness of the fact that improvements to these green spaces can lead to higher property values, as this way it will be easier for cities to understand that they need to be incorporating policy or just making sure that people in these communities that where parks are being built, they will be ready for changes like this so that they don't have to be displaced. One example of green gentrification is Sunset Park in Brooklyn. A new waterfront park was built in the area, and this resulted prices of condos to skyrocket, as you can see in figure 4 of the graph. Many people were not able to keep up with the higher cost of living, and they were forced to move out. Many major cities currently do not include environmental justice in their sustainability plans, and environmental justice is very important to issues like green gentrification, as greening communities is important, but it shouldn't come at the cost of hurting other people and displacing the residents. Obviously, green spaces and parks have many health and social benefits, for people living in the community, and everyone should be able to enjoy that. Finally, I would just like to acknowledge my site supervisor, Karina Poole from the Green Seattle Partnership, and my faculty advisor, Tim Billow, also from the program on the environment, and all my family and friends that supported me throughout this whole capstone process. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at my Twitter handle at SIMAMURA0811, and it is also on the top left of my poster, and I will be happy to answer any questions you have there. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation, and have a great day. Thank you.